Okay, so learning outcome 1. So the passage of time is measured by something changing. Right, change is a kind of key concept there. Right, so kind of going back to ancient times, you had the idea of the sun making its apparent journey across the sky. Right, so people made sundials so you could measure the angle the sun was at. Or the idea of sand falling through a sand timer. Now it's not always moving, although these kind of two examples which are easier to see involve moving. Change doesn't always have to be based on something actually moving. Or sand falling through a sand timer. And then the number 2, we meet the idea of the arrow of time. So unlike other dimensions like distances and so on, you can't kind of double back on yourself.
So what does that say,
the arrow of time?
Is that the concept?
Is the concept that time only goes in one direction. And the reason behind this basically, we find that the universe naturally moves from order to disorder. Okay, so if you build a house and leave it, right, without any repairs, then eventually it will fall apart. So if you introduce order, it will naturally become disordered. And then we introduce the concept, right, of how you measure that. So this word entropy.
Is that entropy?
Entropy, E-N-T-R-O-P-Y. And it's a measure of how disordered a system is. Speaking, entropy is a measure of how many ways you can put that system together without dramatically altering it. Okay, so given some examples.
Sandcastle.
Yeah, so a pile of sand has high entropy, i.e. there's lots of ways you can end up with a pile of sand. A sandcastle has low entropy. Right? You've got to be quite specific in where you put sand grains if you want a sandcastle. And then number 4, we're kind of repeating what we said in number 2. Right? The universe is changing from order to disorder, but this time we're expressing it in terms of entropy. So it's becoming more disordered, so entropy is increasing. So overall, and let's say we can kind of change things a wee bit locally, we can make things a wee bit more ordered, But overall, the universe is moving from low entropy to high entropy. So stars are quite low entropy. They're quite ordered. But eventually stars will run out. And all you'll be left with is kind of clouds of fairly low temperature gas and dust.
So it's entropy like the order of things, how they place.
Yeah, so but it's a wee bit kind of back to front. High entropy means disordered. Low entropy means ordered.